The Lion Who Shared His Shade. In the heart of the golden savanna, where the sun shone like a burning crown, there lived a young lion named Leo. He was strong, handsome, and proud. His mane was beginning to grow thick around his neck, and every morning he walked across the grasslands as if the whole world belonged to him. Near the river stood a huge acacia tree. Its branches spread wide like open arms, and beneath it was the coolest shade in the entire savanna. During the hot days, animals loved to rest there. Rabbits, squirrels, birds, tortoises, and little deer often gathered under its branches. But Leo believed the tree was his. "This is my shade," he would roar. "I am the king's son. Small animals should find their own place." The little animals were frightened. Whenever Leo came, they quickly ran away. The rabbits hid behind stones, the birds flew to dry bushes, and the tortoise slowly dragged himself away under the burning sun. One afternoon, the heat became unbearable. The grass looked tired, the river had shrunk, and the wind felt like hot breath. A tiny rabbit named Pip came hopping slowly toward the acacia tree. His ears were drooping, and his feet burned on the dry ground. "Please, Leo," Pip said softly, "may I sit in the shade for just a little while? I feel dizzy." Leo opened one eye and growled. "No, this shade is mine." Pip looked at him with sad eyes. "But there is enough shade for both of us." Leo stood up proudly. "Enough or not, I do not share with weak little creatures." Pip lowered his head and hopped away. From a branch above, a small sparrow named Neela watched everything. "Leo," she said, "one day you may need help too." Leo laughed loudly. "Help from tiny animals like you? Never." The next day, Leo decided to walk far beyond the river. He wanted to show everyone that he was brave. He crossed dry bushes, rocky paths, and tall yellow grass. He walked and walked until he reached a quiet part of the savanna where he had never been before. Suddenly, his paw stepped on something hidden beneath the grass.
Snap! A hunter's net flew up from the ground and wrapped around him. Leo roared and struggled, but the more he moved, the tighter the ropes became. "Help!" he cried. "Somebody help me!" His roar echoed across the savanna, but no large animal came. The buffalo were far away. The elephants had moved toward another waterhole. Leo was alone. Hours passed. The sun climbed higher. Leo became tired and thirsty. His proud voice became weak. Then he heard a tiny sound. "Leo?" It was Pip the rabbit. Behind him came Neela the sparrow, a tortoise named Toma, 2 squirrels, and a group of little mice. Leo felt ashamed. These were the same animals he had chased away from his shade. Pip looked at the net. He is trapped. Neela flew around the ropes. The hunters may return soon. Leo whispered, "Please help me." The little animals looked at one another. For a moment, nobody spoke. Then Pip said, "He was unkind, but no one deserves to be left in danger." The mice quickly began biting the ropes with their sharp little teeth. The squirrels pulled at the knots. Neela flew high into the sky to watch for hunters. Toma the tortoise pushed stones under the net to loosen it. Leo stayed very still. For the first time in his life, he understood that strength did not always come from sharp claws and loud roars. Sometimes strength came from small teeth, gentle hearts, and teamwork. After a long effort, the last rope snapped.
He stood slowly, breathing hard. The little animals stepped back, unsure what he would do. Leo lowered his head. "I am sorry," he said. "I was proud and selfish. I thought because I was big, I did not need anyone. But today you saved my life." Pip smiled gently. "Friends help each other." Leo looked toward the acacia tree in the distance. "From now on, the shade will not be mine alone. It will belong to everyone." When they returned, Leo walked beside the smaller animals, not ahead of them. That evening, he sat under the great tree and called out, Come, friends, there is room for all. Slowly the rabbits came, then the birds, then the squirrels, tortoises, deer, and mice. They rested together under the wide branches. The shade felt cooler than ever before. From that day on, Leo became a different lion. He still grew strong, and one day he became king. But he never forgot the lesson of the hunter's net. Whenever the sun burned hot, he made sure every animal had a place to rest. And whenever a young animal asked him why he shared his shade, Leo smiled and said, "Because kindness makes friends, and friends can save you when strength alone cannot." Moral: true friendship grows through kindness and helping others.